everyone, and welcome to Take Two Radio. I'm Pam, your host, and today I have a special co-host with me, and she is known as Bren. Hey, Bren.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Very, very happy and very excited. We have a special guest with us, and we'd like to welcome a multi-nominated Daytime Emmy actress who we all know and love from TV, film, and stage, and also now on Hulu and iTunes. Welcome,
right.
Jill-Larson.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jill.
How are you doing?
Just great. I'm in the midst of giving a dinner party, so I ducked out to the back bedroom to be able to talk to all of you.
Oh, how kind of you. My gosh.
Well, it's a big day, and I wasn't quite expecting that we'd be doing this tonight, and it was too late to change plans, so I figured, everyone will get along fine without me for a while.
We won't keep you real long.
Well, I look forward to talking with whoever has anything to say.
No. Then you better pick a chair and a good spot and tell
okay. I am. I'm comfortable
we'll
now.
See you later. No. There's quite a few people.
Yeah, we did VH1 this morning and played Family Feud. I don't know how many people were able to catch it, but oh gosh, we had a good time. Everyone, our team was all girls. It was me and Lindsay and Brittany and Sal and I'm blanking.
Denise.
And Denise. Thank you, Denise.
Yeah.
Right. And all of us, as he was explaining the rules, got this sort of blank look of horror come across our faces, realizing what we'd gotten ourselves into. And of course, Bobby Woods had been telling me all the half hour before all the stories of how when he had played back in the 80s, I guess, when they put all the soap shows together on the real Family Feud, and he said, "Oh man, and Erica and I, we just killed everybody." I said, "Oh great, But as it turned out, we won. So there you go.
Oh, yay!
We had a good time.
That's wonderful. So your day's been pretty full already.
That's right. It's just been an exciting day, and we were watching the episode with my dinner party friends, and you can see I'm excited because I'm rambling on like crazy. So
yeah.
I'll be quiet and let somebody else talk now.
Okay, Bren, it's your turn. Bren, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. So what did your guests, what did they think of the episode?
They were really wowed by it. They were really impressed, and they're people who are in the industry, and they were really very impressed. There was some kind of graphic skin going on there in that second scene, huh? And I thought, I was a little concerned when I first read that episode, and I thought, ooh, are we ready for this, But when I watched it, I thought it's not really any different than what you'd see on a nighttime show, And
right.
Has there been a lot of fan reaction to that growth, if you will, in our medium, our form from the fans? Has anybody heard?
Everything that I've been seeing today, everybody loved it, and
right.
I know that there were a lot of people that were very concerned that it was going to be obscene or vulgar, or that going to be too much sex, too much obscenities.
Yeah.
There was a talk about that, and everyone has said that it was great. There was maybe a couple little words here and there, but they fit with the story, so you didn't even really...
They weren't gratuitous.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I did hear this morning that evidently they had, because there was more coarse language and so forth, people were getting very relaxed and sort of indulging in it a bit, and then the producers and Prospect Park decided to pull it way back, and that it really is used very sort of is parsimonious. I don't think that's the right word, but it's a word that sort of sounds like that.
It's not out in your face. It's just something every now and again.
Yeah, that is woven into the fabric of the situation, or, you know, it's better than the old days when we had to say, he's just pond scum. You know, that was like the worst thing we could say. And, you know, you couldn't say the word crazy, and, oh, gosh. So it's nice to have the, you know, some of the restrictions released, so that because I think some of those restrictions really led to the form feeling old-fashioned or outdated, and now, you know, I know that the networks all complain that, oh, cable, they get to say bad words and they get to do really bad stuff and we don't. And
oh my gosh.
And now we're online, and so it's really hopefully up to the good taste and of the storytellers and the producers, and I have confidence in them, you know. So
it's relatable now.
It's relatable. That's right. And as much as you know, a couple of the storylines are maybe going to be, you know, there might be some harsh grit to them. They are, as Agnes has always been, you know, stories that speak to our times. And so I think they also are, well, I don't know if appropriate's the right word, but I just don't feel that my concern was that there were going to be elements in these shows that were going to be gratuitous just for the sake of trying to grab this notion of what a young audience wants or something like that. That was my fear. And I feel very reassured now that we are in good hands with people with level heads and with a real respect. That's what I was afraid of, you know. They have a real respect for our form, and they are working really hard to make it all the better. And that's what is so exciting too. I think I can speak for all of us, you know.
Right.
When I say we were so stilted for so many years and so diminished by the network and so dismissed and disrespected that it's really wonderful to be in an environment where you feel everyone is so invested in making a great show. And so that's thrilling, you know.
Well, you can see how happy everybody is there by just putting out those little videos of everybody talking about it and the happiness and of being back together and having the soap back on, you know, even if it's online, which I think now is a great thing. I love the new sets.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh, they're beautiful.
They are so good.
I know, my house. I am thinking of using the wallpaper from that house in my bedroom now that I'm back in New York and doing some remodeling. It's just so beautiful that I thought, that could work. So
they'll come over and do it for you.
Oh, you will? Okay. All right. Well, you know, Bren, we still have the talk of doing a housewarming. In fact, I have a little video inviting fans to do a virtual housewarming party because they've been saying we have to do a housewarming party for Opal.
And that would be so cool. And Bren, of course, is great with that video. So there you go, Bren.
Yeah. Well, I'll email you this one, although it's a little, anyway, it's a little long. But you know me, I get a little chatty. So,
I'm not talking about it all.
But so anyway.
But what emotions ran through you today when the first episode aired?
Well, you know, I only have had a chance to sit down and actually watch it this evening. Of course, I watched it on Tuesday night at the launch party, and it was, I think all the women walked away going, well, it's hard to see myself, but the show was good, you know, because it was on a huge movie screen, and it's HD. And man, oh man, that part takes some self-confidence or some self-denial. I don't know which, to be able to manage. But the shows themselves, I just thought they were fantastic, and I love the fact that, again, Prospect Park and the producers, Jen Pepperman for One Life and Ginger Smith for us, really consciously are seeking to create two very distinct identities for each of the shows, and I think that that was demonstrated in these first two episodes today. I mean, did you feel it?
Yes,
definitely.
And
yeah.
I love.
Go ahead.
I love that they're having them be two separate entities, but they both still have. They both did a really good job of it. It still feels like the original shows, but
yes.
Then it's something fresh and new at the same time.
Exactly.
And they did a good mix of bringing the vets and old, kind of continuing some old storylines or relationships. So shaking things up and having new people or original characters in new partnerships or relationships now that we haven't seen before. It's a really dynamic that they're working with. I'm really interested to see, where they take these new avenues, and I'm very impressed with the episodes.
Yeah.
And I have to say that they blended well the core characters with the new characters and even the recasts. I mean, it was almost like watching it where All My Children had ended, yesterday versus a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I loved it. I mean, I can't even say enough about it. I stayed up all night waiting for it to come on.
Oh, how lovely.
There were several of us that were having a little Twitter party while we waited, and then they put it up an hour and a half early, and everybody was very excited.
They did? Oh. So what? They put it up at didn't they put it up? Weren't they going to put it up at 5 or something, or what?
Yeah,
I didn't understand.
3.
They put it up at 3:30?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys were up to watch it?
Yes.
Oh my God! Well, wait, is that 12:30 where you are then, or 3:30? Whose time?
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
It was only 12:30 for me, so it wasn't that bad, but
yeah,
it was 2:30 for me, so yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you guys! Oh, I love you for that.
We wouldn't miss it.
I mean, truly, everyone has said, and it's absolutely true. And I love the fact that at the end of One Life, they said, "Thanks to our fans" or whatever that thing was. That was so great. But I only heard, Jeff Quatnitz told me when we were doing the press junket, when we did those photographs, that Hulu, and you probably already know this because you guys are way ahead of me in knowing everything, but that Hulu had done a survey and said if these shows were on Hulu, would you watch? And that the response was so much greater than anything they anticipated, that was what sort of prompted the investors to start writing checks. And, so if that is the case, then you are directly responsible, And it's such a beautiful thing. Way back from way back, I sound like it's decades ago, but when Brian